Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today. We are going to go to the Lakers little playoff game today. And no, I'm at the National Association of Broadcasters. And how cool is this green screen, guys? Isn't that amazing? So before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Got a ton of business news to cover for you guys. But we're here in Las Vegas again at the National Association of Broadcasters. But man, I'd love to have this. I'd never have to leave my house. You get every beach, everything. But let's get into it.
Take a look around. This stunning view is ray traced in real time with the power of reality engine of Paris.
Doesn't matter, baby. We still pick home the victory. So appreciate all of you guys hanging out, checking out what we got going on here.
I need my own storm patrol. iAllegedly storm patrol. Wouldn't that be great? So if you sponsors, you guys want to be part of the storm patrol, let me know. It's amazing the technology that's coming out for video, for different rigs, sound, cameras, everything. Absolutely fascinating. The show's fantastic to see all this. I met so many great people from this. People often ask me what kind of rig I have for the car, and this is the one you need to buy. This one right there. Get all the equipment so you can film directly from your automobile or your motorcycle, but that's what you need. What is that thing? Is it a Velociraptor? Is that it? Like the lighting though? Isn't that cool? iAllegedly pet. Here's a very cool booth. They've got the drone and they've got this thing surrounded and they've got wires on it so you can't walk into it. But the drone is there and you can see it film, changing different directions. You can see the camera. Isn't that cool? So it's the future, guys. The future of iAllegedly is this, the big drone. So walking through the shops at the Bellagio, something that we've never done before when I'm here in Vegas. And I'm going to intermittently show you different parts of the National Association of Broadcasters show. The NAB show was really good. I mean, a lot of technical stuff, a lot of great people, and just really, really worthwhile to do. And with all the new stuff we're doing with TV and with everything else, it was nice to be out there. But got a question for you. How much is a postage stamp? What's it cost to mail a letter right now? 63 cents. I didn't know. Now, here's the thing. It's going up 3 cents in July. Okay, it's 5.4% increase. But here's the crazy thing right now, guys. Postage has gone up 32% since 2020. Okay, so inflation's not destroying things? No, 32%. That is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Postcards are going up, packages, everything. Everything's going through the roof. Now remember, UPS, FedEx, they're having nothing but problems, and they've cut down on the number of trucks that they have, planes. They have planes sitting idle at some FedEx locations right now, which is nuts to think about. Next thing is, we've heard a lot about bank savings rates and how they're going up right now. Think about this one. Apple just announced a new savings account for the Apple Card. You have to have an Apple Card, but it's 4.1% to get this savings account. 4.15%. Not bad, okay? A big deal, and they're making a big deal out of it right now. So we're seeing a lot of things like this that are coming out, but still doesn't meet the inflation rate. So it's good, but it beats your 0.5% to say the least. 4.15%. Now, this leads to other things. Great article below about Bank of America. Bank of America is feasting on the corpses of small banks. They are taking over all these small banks right now and just devouring them right now because So much money is being pulled out of the banks and moving to the larger locations. And as Bank of America announces their earnings, they clobbered everybody. So this place is beautiful. It's really nice. I'm not staying here for those of you that are going to ask about that. So just a nice spot. We always walk through those forum shops. It's nice to see something different. You can get here. You can walk to most of the casinos. The weather here, first time it hasn't been freezing out here. So, people right now are up in arms because of the savings rates. They're starting to lean on their banks. They're starting to pull money out. You're starting to see all these different things happen. Plus, the other thing is we just had the 7th straight rig of over $100 billion being pulled out of banks. Isn't that crazy? Okay, $264 billion was pulled out of banks. How much money is in existence right now? So all this money keeps getting pulled out of these banks, and it's no big deal, So I think it's huge. But you can walk down to the strip. It's just stunning out here, Just beautiful. You got the water show out there. Just absolutely beautiful. It's locked. It's locked. Stay outside. Okay? So. But a lot to cover. A lot more to cover out here. But I just thought I'd show you guys something different today. The Bellagio pool area is absolutely amazing. But Goldman Sachs, they just announced earnings, announced over $3 billion in revenue, but they got a couple hiccups that need to be talked about. First one is their Marcus banking division. Marcus, they lost $470 million. Going to write it off. Complete loss on that. Going to sell the loan portfolio for their personal banking. Remember, they're going to do high-end banking? Okay, that was a disaster. And their real estate loan portfolio, going to lose $355 million on that they just announced. But hey, Goldman Sachs is making money. So remember, these banks, the perception that they're doing great is kind of ridiculous. So, share your thoughts on this stuff so far. This place is absolutely beautiful. A lot of people don't get to see this, so just thought I'd come out here and show this to you guys. Now, one thing we have to look at is business professionals that are stepping forward right now talking about how serious the problems that we have with the economy and with business, especially small business. What's funny is when you go and you try to get like an SBA loan or you try to get certain grants and stuff, they consider small businesses, basically, I think the number was $36 million was considered a small business. That's insane, guys. If you have a $5 million company, that's a big company. You've probably got hundreds of people working there. I mean, it's crazy to have stuff like that. Bob Nardell is the former CEO of Home Depot. Okay? He steps forward. Great story below talking about how you need to understand what we're coming into, and we're going to see more bankruptcies in the future, near future, than we've ever seen before. It's just a matter of time until this happens. You're going to see a lot of companies go out of business, big companies and small companies that are not going to weather this storm. Home Depot, same thing. You're going to see all these retailers. We're going to be talking about Bed Bath & Beyond. Now that Walmart's closing stores, it's just a matter of time until we have other major retailers that are absolutely down for the count. So, but he says this is the beginning of this. Now, this leads to, mini Dr. Gloom and Doom Dan talking about people's pessimism. Do you know the pessimism right now rate has never been higher? Okay, people that don't feel good about the economy, don't feel good about investing, don't feel good about the future right now is at 69%. 69% of the people that were surveyed say that we are living through some serious, difficult times right now, and that it's completely off. And with that, it's just a matter of time until things crash. People, Joe Biden's popularity is at an all-time low. Okay. The administration, the taxes, we're taxed more now than we were in previous administrations. Nobody wants to talk about that. But also, only 24% of the people surveyed said it was a good time to buy stocks right now. Okay, well, that's a concern. right now. So you have to have something, okay? I'm going to have the Bitcoin people jump out and say it's all Bitcoin, it's all gold, it's all, old cars, art, whatever. People are going to sit there and tell me that it's something, it's one thing or another. Panasonic, here's something fascinating. There are people out there that do deals where they follow corporate jets, they follow corporate activity, they follow hotel rooms booked by corporate executives. Big slew of people moving to, with Panasonic, making moves to Texas right now. And they're not living there, but they're making deals and moving there. They think that Texas is going to be a huge area for their next battery plant for EV batteries. It's kind of fascinating when you think about that. So, all these jobs. If you were at the Consumer Electronics Show, and I had to suffer through this, I went to the Consumer Electronics Show to the Panasonic talk, and I thought, oh my gosh, Cal Penn. If you guys have ever seen the movie Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle and all the other movies with it, Guantanamo Bay and the Christmas movie, oh wow, Kumar's going to talk. Let me go see this. It was just the green festival for Panasonic, and how gasoline-powered cars are evil, and they're going to change the world one battery at a time. And maybe it's true. Maybe they are going to build this plant. But the plant, if they build this in Texas, is going to take over and be a huge, huge location. But do you believe in stuff like this? If you believe in this very simple corporate espionage by doing it this way, then you are definitely drinking the Kool-Aid, and you're investing in stuff like this. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Well, you can't come to Vegas without a little traffic. So there's plenty of that right now. They are repaving the entire strip, every bit of it, for the Grand Prix, the F1 racing that's coming out in November, I think it is. But a lot of construction going on in the city right now. Couple things. Michael Lembeck is my go-to guy for commercial properties. Anything over 1 unit, Michael Lembeck is a really, great source, and I'll leave his link below. But he just showed an article where you're seeing commercial properties have dropped year over year 15% now. This is the beginning, guys, because more and more people are not paying their bills right now when it comes to commercial real estate, and you're going to see this. You haven't seen anything yet when it comes to this. So think about this stat also. You've got an anticipated 500,000 landlords over the next 5 years that are going to get out of the landlord business. They've interviewed these people. They are sick and tired of not getting rent, not dealing with, getting paid, and the problems that they've had to deal with over the last 3 years. But 500,000. It's anticipated that 150,000 houses right now are ready to be sold because these landlords are done, completely finished. This is just the beginning of this, okay? So a lot to talk about with real estate over the next few days as I'm out here in Vegas. One thing about the channel is we really don't get political on here, but Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, he made a speech this week at the New York Stock Exchange on his 100th day in office, talking about how they want to bring up the debt ceiling problem right now. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can solve this problem in the House of Representatives. They want to put a 1% limit on the budget. It'll be interesting to see if they do that. Okay, next thing, Shaq. Remember, Shaq was a spokesman for FTX, and he's been avoiding service since they filed the lawsuit. In December, he said, hey, you can't sue me. All I was a spokesman and avoided service all this time. Well, he finally got served this week, and the law firm said, hey, you need to preserve the security cameras at your house so they can have records of it so you can't dispute service. It's going to be interesting. But Shaq's going to have to answer this lawsuit. And he says, I'm just a spokesman. I shouldn't be held responsible. Steph Curry, Gisele Bündchen, Tom Brady, Mr. Wonderful, everybody else that's involved in this. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, to say the least. So what do you guys think about this? You think it's an issue for him? I mean, I think it's funny that you've got this 7 foot tall guy that is trying to avoid service. The next thing, Netflix. Netflix's numbers out, and they're horrible, guys. They only had 2 million people sign up in the last quarter, and it was awful. And the stock's taken a hit, but tell me something good to watch on Netflix right now, because there's nothing good to watch on Netflix right now. That's the problem with this. It's, it used to be 1 or 2 good shows. Wow, you got to see this. There's nothing right now that I can't, help but getting. And they have real problems with the household sharing and all that stuff. Here's the thing. My daughter, okay, lived at my house rent-free. The deal with my house, if the kids went to school, they had some type of menial chore or menial bill that they had to pay for the house to maintain free rent, okay? Hers was the Hulu account and Netflix. And she used to joke with her friends, oh, Netflix went up, my rent went up because Netflix went up. So I haven't paid for Netflix ever, okay, and I'm not going to. And the fact that she could live in Zimbabwe and I would still use that account. So the day that they blocked that, I think would be the day my daughter would be done with it as well. So Netflix has had real problems with this, the password sharing, but they're off. So anything on Netflix, again, guys, look at things like Tubi, okay, the app Tubi, Pluto TV, free, okay? And I've turned so many people onto things like that, but that's what you need. You need free entertainment. Share your thoughts. Let me know what you guys are watching. Well, it wouldn't be Vegas without, getting a little bit of trouble. And, one thing happened, which led to another. And then this guy didn't show up that was supposed to show up. Anyways, the cops got called. So, didn't mean for anything bad to happen, but it did. I guess the cops are always here in Vegas. They're like always too busy. So, anyways, a few things. Troy Gayeski, who is a financial analyst, says get your money out of the stock market now. We've had a run up in stocks of about 10% this year, and you need to get out now before you lose 25% on this. So, that includes the plus 10. So he says it's time to get out right now while you still can. And there's no advantage to staying in it. The recession that we're going to have, we're already in, is going to get much worse. It's going to be incredibly bad, and nothing's going to be spared, from housing, from stocks, to jobs, to everything right now. And when you read the article about that, it makes you think about all this stuff, because it is getting kind of serious right now, guys, that things are pretty bad. So take a look at that. Final thing, which is kind of funny, which I didn't know people did this. Orange County Register, which is our newspaper, is talking about how people go out and they forage for mushrooms, okay? But the problem with it is that the mushroom bloom this year, because of all the rain we've had in Southern California, is so dangerous for people to eat, and that you could die eating these poisonous mushrooms, and that people are kind of stupid when it comes to this stuff, that they don't know the difference. All it takes is one, and it could kill you. Who does this? Who sits there and goes, oh, we went and looked for wild mushrooms today? Okay? Crazy, okay? So, please, this video was all over the place today. I get it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon, okay?